Hey, and we're back.
Back for the top four of our store champs here. We're looking at some awesome matchups.
Yep.
We've got our feature match is going to be Kirk Paul Smart on Vader Raider up against Carl Aya on his signature Baze and Snap Mono Red Hero list.
Yep. And we also have on feature table 2, we have Matt Curtis is playing against, I'm forgetting all the names.
Ali goes in, and that's going to be a similar matchup of Vader Raider, same list against Post Snap.
Post-Snap, slightly different deck.
Yep.
We just had a very nail-biter of a finish.
Yeah, a nail biter. Yeah, I like that. Yep.
Both the non-streamed matches both went to game 3.
Yeah.
Both came down to the wire in game 3. A timely bait and switch got Kirk through, and a very tight series of plays got Carl through.
Yeah. We saw some cool decks in the top 8.
Yeah.
It was Carl playing against a mono yellow Crime Lord Ace in the Hole / Mill Jabba deck.
Jabba Unka.
Carl was very tight in the game, and the Planetary Uprisings turn off turn got him through.
Yep.
And now we're heading over to the table.
Yes, so this is our main feature. So we have Kirk Paul Smart playing as Carl as discussed.
I'm not disgusted. This is awesome.
Man, it's been a long day. It's been a long day.
It has been.
All right.
So they're drawing up their hands. Carl's ripping a promotion, defensive position, some other good stuff. He's pretty happy with it.
There's a
force speed,
a doubt, a backup muscle, I believe is what I saw.
Yeah.
Looks like Kirk. Kirk is higher seed, so he gets
doubt,
first choice.
Force strike.
Overconfidence. Yep. Backup muscle, force strike, overconfidence.
It's a very strong grip for Kirk. He wants to see the force speed. He wants to see the force strike in the early turns.
It's a good start. All right. So force speed makes this matchup quite difficult for Carl.
Yeah.
The action sheeting, so to speak, getting the extra set of actions.
Mono Red does struggle to interact anyway, so getting that extra action does take away that small window they have.
Yes.
Kirk rolling in, seeing the special off of force speed.
Carl immediately discarding the dug-in. Not relevant, given he does not control the battlefield this turn.
Oh,
sensor placement! Oh, yeah, I'm going to take 2 actions.
He decides to take the resource, not the 2 actions.
Oh. Yeah, fine.
He doesn't need it, man. He doesn't need it.
Fine. Pay 1 to remove a Vader die. Seems fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's boring, but fine. Anyway. All right.
Sensor placement's such a cool card in this deck. I've seen Carl using it throughout the day. He often does use it for the resource, which, like you said, is like pay 1, remove a dice.
Pay 1, remove
which
a die.
Doesn't exist in red, so it's very cool to see that.
Yep. That's a immediately resolved Tusken Raider 3 on the noggin.
Yep. Promotion coming out on Baze, drawing him a card, giving him a dice.
Yep.
Very efficient use of a resource.
Yep.
The one that he stole from Kirk. What else is Carl looking at here? He's looking at a Spirit of Rebellion, I think.
Yes.
Or was it an It's a Trap?
Oh.
It's a Trap not doing very much in this matchup
Almost
at all. If
nothing.
Kirk were to roll in a range damage on the Tusken, he can resolve it.
You resolve it, and you make a very so it is a Spirit of Rebellion.
Yeah.
Honestly, you have to almost misplay as the Vader Raider player to allow your opponent to It's a Trap you.
The only way it will happen is if Kirk runs out of cards in his hand and he decides to go for it. But I don't think he'll make that mistake.
I don't think he's going to do that, no. It's unlikely. You're very unlikely to see him re-rolling the Raider die. Just you're unlikely to. I should clarify. You're unlikely to see him re-roll the Vader die in a situation where his opponent could have It's a Trap.
Oh yeah.
Like if your opponent has a resource, or if your opponent has cards in hand. If anything lines up to the point where your opponent could have It's a Trap, you just don't re-roll You just don't re-roll Tusken Raider.
And this deck is built to play It's a Trap. It's just blaring sirens the whole time. You've got to play around it.
Yep.
Although it is interesting to see, because a lot of people will give Mono Red Hero a bad rap, because all right, it's a trap. All they do is roll in dice. They play 1 card and they win.
This is a much more refined version of the original It's a Trap.
Carl is definitely going to show us that there is a lot of play involved.
Yep.
And people say, come up against melee and you lose, but that's not true at all.
Not true at all.
And we're going to see Carl show us his play here.
Put a bit of a masterclass for us.
Exactly. Kirk sitting there on the 4-speed special. Doesn't need to resolve it just yet. He may use it to fire off an action and claim at some point, but at the moment he's sitting on 2 1-cost cards in his hand.
Yeah. He's got 2 good cards. He's going to hold on to that overconfidence. It's a good card.
Yeah.
It's a real good way to get around a lot of stuff.
Both trading blows. Carl's gotten a shield back on Baze and taken 5 He's also dealt 5 to Kirk's Vader. Excuse me.
Yeah, not bad. That's not bad.
Both very high damage aggro decks, just with a different way of doing it.
That's not bad. Looks like Carl was able to claim there.
Yep.
So,
using the Maz's Castle ability.
Yeah, which is not like we discussed earlier that the Maz's Castle is very much included in this deck to protect you against mill and smooth out your draws, but at a cost of allowing your opponent to do the same thing.
Yeah.
This deck, given the opportunity to see more cards and dig for the cards that it wants, given that it plays 2 ofs, means if you need a card, you've got a pretty good chance of finding one.
Yeah.
So Snap's going to roll in, hit a Disrupt, and 2 Disrupt.
Ooh,
3 Disrupt. That's pretty good.
Yep.
So I imagine Kirk's immediately going to use up a resource.
Yep. There's no real ways for Vader to use up 2 straight away, apart from Vibro Knife.
No, not this build of it.
Yeah.
Not this build of it. Vibro Knife's the only one that comes to mind.
Yeah.
So Kirk just playing... He wants to play that card at some point in the next couple of turns anyway.
Yeah.
Might as well get it in play now. He actually has a second one in hand, which is a pretty strong card in the matchup. Reduced...
Yeah.
It's almost always going to stop 3 damage.
You can see Carl discarding this Trap to Vader's ability there. But yeah, you're totally right, because the red deck does have a lot of modified damage.
Yep.
Base has a +2, Overkill has a +3. The small DH-17 blasters have pluses.
Yep.
Promotion has pluses. All the damage is going to be in a large-ish lump.
Yes. So we see Carl showing one of the weaknesses, I guess, of the mono red, having to play cards like defensive position to remove a single die. I mean, it's not the worst.
It's not bad. One to remove a die is fine.
One to remove a die, but when you consider how powerful that card can be, you can blow an entire turn out by removing 5.
And there's only 2 in the deck. It feels bad to use one of that.
It feels bad, but definitely you want to not fall behind. You want to keep a healthy life total for as long as possible.
Yeah.
Carl's plan very much here to stay kicking for as long as he can. There's the bait and switch. That's going to be dealing the 3. So he very quickly needs to find dug-ins. He needs to find field medics. So Brendan just asking about Vader Raider being played without fast hands. Yes, it is. So this is a slightly different variation of it. We'll get the list up. This list is a list that Kirk played with fast hands when it was available. Fast hands was there in place of the on the hunts. But it does not play holocrons. It does not play any high cost upgrades. It plays very few upgrades, to be honest.
Vader's strength is on his own.
It is a consistent. It does 2 things well. It does damage and prevents damage.
Yeah. You were saying before, Marcus, that you felt like the previous iteration of Vader Raider with fast hands was degenerate.
Yes,
but it was still a great deck.
Still a great deck.
Now it's just a great deck without the degenerate part.
Yeah, without the degenerate part. It's a great deck with good amounts of play.
Yeah.
And I think I was talking to Kirk and Matt previous, like just between rounds, and they came together as well. They drove in together. They carpooled, and they were discussing what they were going to play on the way in.
Yeah.
And
all right, Planetary Uprising hitting the table on Carl's side of the table.
Pretty good.
That will give him a lot of reach in this matchup, I'm sure.
Yes, it's very good.
Because Vader is sitting at 7.
Yep.
Bay's at 8. Like, he's keeping up with Vader's pace.
He's keeping up. He's got to find some. He's got to dig for some survival. So he's found a field medic. Very relevant here. So they both sort of feel that. I feel it's one of the better decks currently in the meta. But they both sort of stood by that. It just did really well, and it's done really well today in the decks in the room.
Yeah.
It's sort of they've had a few what they feel to be a few favourable pairings. And it's just sort of done well in the room. There's definitely some decks floating around currently that would definitely punish it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes. So Brendan just complimenting us there. Thanks, mate. We try very hard. We try very hard to put up good content. Make sure to, if you haven't already, we put up regular content on YouTube. This whole event will be up on YouTube, and then we don't always stream our events. A lot of it is we do live to tape. So we record it as if it was being streamed, but it's not. But it just goes straight to YouTube. So lots of content on there.
Thanks for your support, Brendan.
Yeah, much appreciated. So
Snaps rolling in here. Start the next turn.
Yeah. So you're going to see a very. So there's a good card. Backup muscle.
Yeah.
Never leave home without them. Now I expect to see a field medic. No, Spirit Rebellion first. So There's already one
That's his second one,
That's the second one, so that's two shields. Very good in the current situation because it's very likely for Kirk to have friends in low places, going to hit the field medic. Oh, that feels bad.
Yeah. We're seeing 2 confidences and a hit and run.
Yeah.
Is all that's left.
So now Kirk knows what he's playing around. Now Kirk... so Carl immediately just going to rip 2 cards out of Kirk's hand. Now Kirk doing his usual second guessing. Are you sure you want this one? Yeah, Kirk's very good at shell gaming. He does this a lot. He's like, you sure you want this one? Oh, he made him swap.
They're all random cards.
They're all completely random. Kirk has no idea. Leaves him with the overconfidence.
I'm just throwing some mind games in there. Why not?
Kirk loves it. Kirk loves being the magician.
So Kirk's sitting on overconfidence as the last card in his hand.
Yep. Which is pretty good for Carl.
Carl is only double confident. Kirk is overconfident.
Yep. Now the backup muscle in play is a guarantee. At the very least, will kill without any intervention. Will kill Baze in 3 turns.
If you're confident, then you can weather Baze's attacks. You could just go for snap and then kill.
For 3 turns. But I don't think I can.
No. It's worth punching through the 2 shields to try and kill him now. Yeah,
it is. Now the overconfidence will be immediately fired off here on both of Baze dies. Oh, there was a hit and run into the doubt, into the confidence. I don't know if I agree with that. I would resolve that.
Run through the play for a minute. I was just looking at the stream.
Am I missing something?
So
he went hit and run.
Yep.
Showed that damage, and then with the ambush action, used confidence on Vader's disrupt die
to take out his own resources.
Am I missing something? Oh, so no. He's planning on doing it this way. So he's planning on. He's going to get blown out really heavily by the fact that Kirk has the overconfidence, which he's not going to use. He's just going to cop the 5. What? Am I missing something?
I'm very confused.
I'm really confused. What is going on? Yeah.
So I understand why Carl confidenced.
I do, given he had the second resource, but
it's to remove it, and he can still use his 5.
I'm a bit confused there. I'm not sure. Is there a reason why Kirk didn't use the overconfidence? I don't know. We're a bit confused. I don't know. Maybe we'll see.
It's possible he was chasing something off of the Raider. It was a very strange turn.
So Brendan just asking 2 questions there. So the first was why we don't stream more often. We're in Australia. I'm not sure where you're located, but we're in Australia here, and currently our internet connection in the store is pretty garbage.
Yeah,
it's pretty
when
bad.
we stream, we have one of our staff members ride the kangaroo down to the telephone pole, and he links it up.
No,
and we've got to run on the treadmill.
We have got to get a hamster. That's it. We got the hamster running,
but it may as well be.
We have pretty bad internet.
We have some limitations on that.
We have pretty bad, and so we're currently actually running off mobile data. So we run like a little 4G modem to get the
bill is insane
to get the upload speed we need. So basically, we just don't have the luxury of having good internet all the time. If we could stream more, we would. Eventually, in the future, in the next year or so, apparently we're going to be getting much better internet, which will allow us to stream far more often. Which means any chance we would be making videos, we'll be streaming. But for now, the next best thing is to have a setup capable of doing both.
Yeah, and of course, stick around, give us your support. Yeah. If we see lots of people are really enjoying our content and sticking around, we'll be more inclined to get the stream up more often. Really appreciate your support.
And as for the line, a viewer there pointing out perfectly correctly, we are both rather silly. Kirk was expecting to be able to, and both players knew this, and we didn't. Both players were expecting, or one player at least, Kirk was expecting to be able to force illusion the 5 damage.
Oh.
And Carl.
Wow, I feel so stupid.
Yep, I feel really dumb. and thank you to Fritz Freddy for pointing that out.
Let's go find some new commentators.
Yeah, I think
I can't show my face.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to let that one slide.
Yeah, right. So instead, Carl decided to change targets, and he's just wiped out the Raider.
Yep.
So now Vader's sitting on 9-10. He's got 2 health left plus the Force Illusion.
Yep.
And no Raider against Carl, who now just has a Snap. Snap Wexley. So we'll see if Snap can take it out against the Sith Lord.
Yeah. So Brendan, if you honestly though, jump on our Facebook. Follow us on Facebook, and we'll post up stuff regularly, and our YouTube. We will we have a lot of content already up on YouTube, and we try to get at least a few videos up a week at minimum, plus any large tournaments we run. So if you enjoy the Destiny content, definitely jump on Facebook and just follow us there, because you'll see the same thing. It's just not live. That's the only difference. We don't have any viewer interaction.
Yeah. All right. New turn. Snap. 2 blanks. Vader. 2 blacks and a shield. Carl resolves sensor placement and takes his shield and puts it on Snap Wexley. So now Snap is sitting at a healthy
Kirk
10.
is going to immediately claim because he does not want to take the 2 from the Planetary Uprising, because that would be lethal unless he used the Force Illusion on it, and he does not want to use the Force Illusion on it. Carl's just going to reroll.
2 is higher than most things that Snap can do on his own. So I think it's totally justified.
Snap disrupts 2, which is perfectly fine.
Yep.
Kirk correctly realizing that Snap's 2 dice are pretty useless.
Oh, yeah. They're great, but not for killing.
So I'll throw in sorry to spam the chat a little bit, but I'll throw up our social media links for the chat there as well, just in case anybody's missed them.
Yeah, all right. So now we're at a new turn, and Kirk has rolled in with 3 damage on Vader and a 4-speed special showing. Carl's response will be to play a DH-17, aka Baby Blaster, on Snap Wexley.
So what is a little scary for Carl? So Kirk no longer has...
Well, Kirk has lightsaber throw.
Kirk could potentially kill Carl
and use the Force. Yeah.
So Carl cannot do the claim, the immediate, just the claim, and then immediately claim next turn, because there's a very good chance that Kirk kills him in 1 turn.
Yeah.
So the best thing Carl could have hoped for, literally there off turn 1, would have been to see a second Planetary Uprising. If he goes turn 1 Planetary Uprising, Kirk has to claim immediately, because the claim kills him.
Yeah, 100%.
They are 2 sources of damage. The first one gets mitigated, the second one doesn't.
The second one kills him. So Kirk is deciding to use the lightsaber throw, and then with his second action, deal 3 off of the 4-speed special. And Carl is claiming to pop the Force Illusion.
To pop the Force Illusion. Kirk is very likely here to pitch most of his hand. No, he can't. He does not have a second Force Illusion. Does he have an out?
So the new turn starts, and
he's going to use the Force, turn Vader's die to 3, deal 3. Does he?
He's got backup muscle for 1. Does he have another?
He's got backup muscle for 1, puts him to 7. I don't think he has a way of doing any more damage. And
is he hoping to?
He's hoping Carl scoops, or I don't know. All right, so that's
so Carl points at the Planetary, and obviously Kirk knew that.
Carl using Planetary with maximum efficiency. So that'll be game 1 to Carl. Now we'll jump over to the other table.
Oh, what's this? Snap Wexley and Planetary Uprising. Is this good? All right, so Poe Dameron and Snap are slightly different builds to.
So that is a
Carl's.
Vader. That is a Vader.
This is a similar match, hey. They're going very differently.
That's a Vader on 1 health.
That's a Vader on 1 health.
That is a Snap on. That is a Poe on 1 health.
Yes, and a Snap on half.
And a Snap on half, and that is a...
It's a slug.
That is a backup muscle with 1 charge on it. There's a lot going on here, ladies and gentlemen. All right, that's going to be a dead. That's going to be a dead Poe.
Poe's dead.
Poe's dead.
And 2/3 of a Raider and the corpse of a Vader has to push through and take out.
And
Snap.
now I imagine Ali claims dealing 2 with.
Yeah, I imagine that's the play, unless he has any other.
I imagine that's the play here to just.
It looks like this turn is almost over.
I don't know what his card in hand is. I think he claims.
He's got a blaster. Yeah.
Claims deals 2. The 2's immediately going to be put onto the Raider, putting the Raider to 4 health. Vader's on 1. Wow, this is close.
Yeah, Brendan commenting. So Vader Raider is still worth running. Interesting.
Yes.
And this is oh man. So I've been a long time player of Vader Raider.
Yep.
In the last season, I played a very similar list to these 2 guys, and after seeing the FAQ, I thought the deck was completely dead, and I'm like, nah, I'm not going to touch it again. I'm going to learn all these new things.
Yep.
And we come to this tournament today and see Matt go 6-0 in Swiss, making it to top 4. Kirk going 5-1.
He's only lost to Matt.
He's only lost to the Mirror.
Yeah.
Okay. Kirk's only lost to Matt. Wow, this deck is still incredible.
So Vader Raider taking out first and second place in the 32 player
in the Swiss
the Swiss of the 32 player tournament.
And we are going to see they're in the top 4 working hard. Yeah, the deck is the strongest thing about the deck is that it has so many.
Ali's asking a question. Does Matthew have the answer? That's the question.
The question is 2 blaster pistols.
it deflects one. Goes down fighting. Goes down fighting. If you're oh no, he has a force.
He's got the force illusion there.
He has a force illusion. All right, that's the deflect's a good answer then.
Yep.
Deflect's a great answer.
Yeah.
I think I force him to pop the force illusion. I think I immediately force him to pop the force illusion.
Yeah.
The problem. It's interesting. It's interesting. He chose not to play the blaster pistol he has in hand there.
Here we go. Ollie playing collateral damage to take out a resource at the same time.
So Brendan, obviously the errata to fast hands definitely impacted the deck, but the deck myself being a very diehard Vader Raider player in the early days of Destiny, I'm playing it since release. I used to play it with Holocron. I played a very different list to this. The deck never needed fast hands. The deck was consistently good without fast hands. The fast hands was just icing to what was already a really good deck. The current iteration of the deck was actually what we would consider degenerate when it had fast hands on Vader. Fast hands with 4 speed on a Vader does not end in any other way than 6 damage.
Oh, yeah.
At minimum.
Yeah.
You are almost always doing 6 with those 2 actions. It was silly. It was truly silly.
Yeah,
the game was in a bad spot
each
because
turn,
of it.
Activate my character, lose a card, and do damage to hide
the game was in a dumb spot because of it. But right now, I like this deck a lot. There's a lot of skill to it because it is a lot of mitigation. You're playing you play 2 types of cards. You're either doing damage or preventing damage.
Yeah, that's it.
So you have a lot of decisions to be made.
And it does both of those things very, very well, and consistently being the key word there. That it has lots of cards that do the same sort of thing.
And that's it. A very close game there.
Yeah, okay.
Ali getting pipped by the Raider. We'll jump back to table 1.
See how Carl and Kirk's second game is going. So it looks like this is still just the first turn.
Yeah, first turn. We've seen it. We have seen Ibsa Trap and Guerrilla Warfare in the bin. I imagine the first one of those would have been discarded to Vader's discardability. The other one probably discarded for a reroll.
And it looks like Tuscan has done a shot to Baze to not leave the range damage in the pool.
Yes, correctly. Correctly, sorry. Yeah. So as discussed, getting the gun out of the pool immediately, not giving the red deck a chance to fire off the It's a Trap.
Carl looking at a solid hand here. He's got 2 copies of Rebel Assault, which he can use to take out Vader's shield dice, which is free removal on a Vader dice, which he has just done. And if Kirk doesn't, you do something with this Vader dice straight away.
Yep.
That second one's getting removed too.
Yep.
So we'll see if he deflects or so here we go. He backup muscles.
Yep.
That gives Carl the chance to make a big swing on the first turn. There we go.
Yeah, that's pretty big. That's real good. They're getting the maximum value out of that card there. So that is Rebel Assault.
Rebel Assault, yep.
Rebel Assault requires you to have a red die showing a gun.
Yep. And you can remove any die that does not show a gun.
That does not show damage.
Damage, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. So Brendan, check out the videos that will be up from this event in particular. We've had quite a few features. This deck in particular, because both these players are playing an identical list.
Yeah.
This deck in particular has been on feature a couple of times, and there's some other content on our YouTube channel of the same deck. Check out how it's played. It does play very differently to the Holocron. It's a lot faster, but when you consider that the upgrades are not your source of damage, Vader is your source of damage, and the cards you play to keep Vader alive or to deal damage.
That's right.
I'm not sure if you're a Magic player. It's very much likened to a burn deck in Magic.
Eric dropping a line in the Twitch chat says, "Hi guys, thanks for the day. Watching the stream while on the way home. Eric, Adam, and Ryden, 3 players from out in the countryside here in Australia. Thanks for making the trip down. Hope you had a good time."
Yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for making the trip down. Yeah, it's been 32 player store champs. I think it's the biggest we've had in Victoria.
Yeah, for sure. It's a blast.
Yeah, not sure about the size of the other ones in Australia, but I'd say we're competing for that.
Absolutely,
for the size, for sure.
It's great to see such a big community for such a brand new game.
So Brendan, definitely we try not to reference Magic too much, given that these are very different games. But basically, this is a burn deck. This is a mono red burn deck, as close as you can get to it. And on the other side of the table, Carl's E-Snappy Baze is more of a tempo-y kind of
I'd say that
control kind of deck.
It's kind of like Hate Bears.
Yeah, a little bit. But basically, this is a burn deck. Yeah. So, I mean, our producer actually just pointing out he's also a very competent Magic player himself. Vader rated probably less burn, more tempo. it itself is very much tempo kind of plays. You skip a few actions, you do a few things quickly, you do damage, and you kind of keep the pressure on consistently. You roll in, and it's a good deck. It's a good deck.
Jumping back to the game, we see that Kirk is going for Baze. So Carl is in fact dropping all of his upgrades onto Snap. At the moment, sitting with 2 blaster pistols, which are actually showing 4 damage right now. Sorry, deflected. No damage.
Whoa, deflect. Card's still good. Card never got worse.
Deflect is such a strong card.
Such a strong card.
Like in some matchups, it's dead, but it's so worth running because when it's worth it, it works.
Off.
Yeah,
it's a 2-off. You just play it. All right.
I see the argument for 1, but when I want 2, I really want 2.
When you want it, you want it. You don't want it. You don't want 1. You don't want 1. So Carl gonna roll in Baze here. Special, not so great against two character list. Arguably, aside from the blank, it's probably one of the worst sides of Baze. So that
it's still a damage side.
His special is 1 damage to all of an opponent's characters. So we can see here Carl already sort of conceding the fact that Baze will die. But he's put both the blasters on the Snap. He's getting ready for the longer game. He knows that Snap's gonna be left alone. Baze will not be with him forever. He will make the noble sacrifice.
Yeah, that's it. And Vader is on more damage than Baze right now.
Yep.
Baze is fighting back real hard.
Baze is keeping up.
Yeah.
Baze is definitely keeping up.
Carl getting the claim here because of Snap and using Maz's castle to filter some cards away.
So we see drawing into promotion, guerrilla warfare, spirit of rebellion. Didn't see the other cards. I must admit, in Carl's position here, I feel pretty good. Winning game 1 against this deck, having a 1-game buffer feels pretty good.
It does, yeah.
Well, I suppose in any best of 3, taking game 1 always feels nice. Yeah, it's nice to not be having to go, basically win out.
Yeah,
it never feels good having to win out.
I don't know. I feel like I always play my best when I've lost my first game and I'm under pressure.
There is a very timely...
Kirk's on his retaliation.
Very timely friends in low places.
Carl's pointing out that he should take the center placement.
Yeah, so that's going to hit... That's going to hit either the guerrilla tactics, the confidence, or the spirit. I think you... Oh, that's a hard one. Do you take the confidence, considering you have so few dice? No, he's going to take the spirit. He feels that the shields are more relevant. I do believe there's already 1 in the bin, so he just actually...
Oh, really? So it's effectively 2 damage.
Yeah, it's effectively saving him having to deal 2 damage.
I'll take that trade. Promotion coming down on Snap. Snap now with 3 red dice on him.
Yeah, Brendan, you're right. The red decks definitely are a little lackluster when it comes to spot die removal. They do have some... The way they play generally, though, particularly the hero-style ones, is... They don't have so much dice mitigation, but they do have ways to stabilize once they take damage.
Yeah, such as Field Medic, Spirit of Rebellion. Brendan was just asking if, noting that he feels like red is lacking good mitigation.
Yeah.
And the other colors have a lot of it, which is totally true. Like blue and yellow do have a bigger focus on.
Definitely.
I see a dice, I'm going to remove that.
Yeah, very much.
Red is like, I'm going to cop damage, heal, stabilize, like you said, or, use things like center placement to, put them off of their current plan. But
Carl, the way Carl plays this deck, the way it's more about stabilizing more than you're going to take damage, but you're then going to be able to get to a point where you've stabilized.
Exactly.
You've got dug in, into a sensor placement, into a field medic, into a spirit of rebellion.
Like red in the game it stands for military. Like military is not removing dice. No, it's just taking damage, throwing pawns at them, and just smashing face.
It's fighting. It's fighting. Its way of removing dice is killing characters.
So see, Baze getting up to 10 damage now. So one away, and the backup muscle is now empty.
Backup muscle empty. Kirk has a Force Strike, an Electroshock, a Use the Force, and a Force Illusion in hand. I expect to see that Force Illusion coming down on Vader probably this turn.
Yeah.
Given the opportunity. Oh, Snap hadn't rolled? No, Snap had rolled in. That's a reroll. So he's going to present enough damage, I feel, for Kirk to play an Electroshock. No, I stand corrected. Kirk does actually have a shield there. So Vader's currently on 8. Did I miss something?
What have we missed?
Snap is not dead. Why was he... Why? Carl decided Snap was dead for a second and then brought him back to life. Interesting. No, Snap is on 1. Base.
Yeah.
Sorry. Carl immediately assuming that the electroshock that was played was actually a deflect.
Gotcha.
Little too keen there, Carl. Now I think you'll see Kirk play the Force Illusion.
It's still only for 2.
It's only for 2. You can only block
and
one
he'll
of
play
them.
it if he wants to use his action to do it.
Yeah, I think he's going to.
He won't block it this turn.
He's going to use up the action. This is where the action sequencing comes in.
Yeah.
If you're going to play it at some point in the next 5 actions of the game or the next few actions of the game, play it now.
Yeah.
Which means you get to claim. You don't have,
exactly.
It changes.
It's not worth passing when it's going to be there anyway.
Yeah, the sequencing changes in your favor. It means that you're not faking anything. You're not holding anything up.
Guerrilla Warfare from Carl, pinging Vader for 1. Vader now on 10 damage, matching base again. Every single turn, Carl is keeping up with Kirk's hits.
And so Carl gets to claim there as well because of Kirk was unable to claim given the lack of resources and the snap die in the pool.
Yep.
And that's one of the really strong aspects of this deck. That particular card makes this deck very good. 1, it's a 1 damage out of nowhere.
Yeah.
2, it allows you to utilize that last snap die and claim off of it.
That's right.
Now, choosing to hit and run bays here.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I do, because potentially you can just do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he's missed.
Yeah.
Now he's got a. Does he have the second hit and run? No, he's got a field medic. All right,
sure.
That's a good line. I like that. Hit and run into field medic puts Bays back on an effectively 3 health.
Yeah.
Yeah, just Brendan correcting me there. Correct. Yeah, it was Bays, it's not Snap. You are correct. It's been a long day, man. And I've seen this deck a lot.
They're both just rebel people. They do damage and stuff.
Yep, they're red.
Whatever.
It's all red. There's lots of red. Red everywhere. No, it's good. It's been a lot of fun. Lot of play back and forth.
Yeah.
Kirk doing some spin tricks on the battlefield. All right. Plays on Kirk here. Now he's got an interesting grip. He did pull the second Force Illusion. Oh, there it is.
Look at that. Is that a dead?
That's a dead base.
8, 9, 11. Yep.
He played for it.
Yeah.
He rolled in Tusken Raider first because it was a 1 and 6 to immediately kill the base.
Fair enough.
And he was rewarded for it. So the rest of his grip's quite interesting. He's got a bait and switch and isolate, a Force Strike, and another Force Illusion. So he's in a really strong spot here. I feel the Force Illusion into the Force Illusion is going to save him a lot of damage, given a large amount of Snap's potential damage is going to be modified damage.
Yeah.
Which means he's probably going to be able to Force Illusion effectively prevent damage from up to 3 dice.
That's right. Yeah. Seeing some damage on Vader and the 4-speed special here.
Yeah, so Carl crushing immediately there.
Yeah.
Heads up play, knows that Kirk could be on a few cards.
Yeah, he knows that Kirk plays a bunch of 1-cost events. Like, if he had that resource, he would have, instead of rerolled here, he would have used the Force, for example, and made it into a 3.
Yep.
And dealt 5 damage.
Yep, that would have been a 5 damage, so simply heads up play there from Carl, knowing that one resource, not what you want your opponent to have when they're about to take 2 actions.
Exactly, yeah. So Kirk rerolled, hit the blank, and I think... Not sure what his second action was there, or if he's thinking about it right now.
I think he's thinking about it. I think he's thinking about re-rolling. No, he's just going to do 2. Surely you don't re-roll there.
I don't think we've seen defensive position. We've seen 1, right, this game?
Yeah, I believe there was 1.
I feel like Kirk would be playing around that.
There's the other. There's the defensive position being discarded.
Oh.
To re-roll. Position he needs to... Oh, see, there we go. So as discussed, 3 damage across 2 dice.
Yeah.
So important to note that the way damage is dealt in this game, in Destiny, it's dealt in lots. So that is 3 damage with 1 base, which means the Force Illusion is able to mitigate all 3 of that.
All 3, yeah, that's right.
If that was 2 bases, it would be able to mitigate 1 base or the other base.
Yep.
So that is
something that Red Hero struggles with, is that a lot of their damage is
modified.
Yeah, it's high damage, but you need to have base
spread across
black sides
spread across multiple dice. Yeah,
which makes cards like Force Illusion invaluable.
Yeah, of course.
Kirk re-rolling again on the Vader dice, hitting a shield. He wants to see a damage, or a resource, since he has a bait and switch in his hand. So it's a 50-50 chance for him to hit damage, but he has not been rewarded for that yet.
No, so
I feel like he may pitch the isolation, or if
just grab the shield. You got this locked up pretty well. You got
it's illusion. Okay.
Yeah, you got an illusion in hand.
Yep.
You still got an illusion on board. you got a fairly large, fairly sizable stack of cards still left in your deck.
Yeah.
I don't think you're under pressure to have to go crazy. You might as well hold on to the isolate.
Yeah, for sure, brother.
Yeah.
It is fair and for sure.
All right. So Carl was able to get the claim ability off here. No, one thing to note this game is we're definitely seeing the lack of a planetary uprising in play.
Oh yeah, that's so true.
And it's very noticeable. The 2 damage a turn. We've just seen 3 turns of Carl being able to claim off of Kirk, where Kirk could not claim. That is 6 damage that was not dealt.
Yeah, that's right. That could be the dead.
Raider could be. Well, at that point, Raider would be on a lot more health, and at some point, Kirk would have had to have dealt some of that damage to Vader. So very relevant. So there's an initial roll. There's some damage. Kirk has a Feel Your Anger in hand, which I imagine will be used to remove the base. Nope, just going to fly the second Force Illusion.
Oh, okay. That's disgusting.
So that's unfortunate.
Vader won't die for a while.
No, Vader's hanging on pretty tight. He's sitting in his what's the name of the chamber that he goes in when
he's
what's it called?
Oh,
the white chamber.
I'm pretty sure it's like just a meditation chamber.
Oh, it's got a name. It's got a particular name. Maybe our
Vader's bubble bath.
Our his bubble bath. Maybe our chat or
he needs some Vader time, you know.
Oh, what's it called? It has this particular name. I can't think what it's called. Anyway, he's spending a bit of time in that.
All right, you guys can let us know in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I was right. The producer just told us meditation chamber. Yeah.
I swear there's a name for it. I swear there's a name. There's a chamber or a thing in the Star Wars universe. Okay,
it's from Wikipedia. You can't argue.
Can't argue with Wikipedia. Damn.
Oh man.
All right. Well, fair enough.
I'll send Georgia a letter after this.
Yeah.
See what he says.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe I'll send Disney a letter too.
Yeah, right. Disney a letter. It's all right. It's not canon anyway.
Oh man. All right. So some rerolls happening on card side of the table. He's looking at 4 damage, a focus, some disrupt, and a discard. Kirk rolling in Vader. Please discard a card. And he sees a shield, a nothing, and a 4-speed special, granting him 2 actions if he can resolve it.
If you're Carl,
yes,
I think you simply smash that. If you're going to pop a Force Illusion, you want to do it for a lot.
Are you going to mill him?
I reckon. Well, no, the thing is, you're going to pop it anyway, right?
Yeah.
Do it for a lot. Do it for 4. Why do it for 2? Do it for 4.
Sure.
You have to pop it at some point anyway. You might as well pop it now.
Well, he can use the focus to make the other blaster black.
I was going to say the other option is to do it for 2.
Yeah,
because he will have to pop 1 for the 2, and then leave that die in the pool for whatever reason.
Yeah,
looks like he's going to try and make 2 bases. Yep.
Yeah.
So now this is difficult. So now basically what this is going to force Kirk to do is to have to, short of any removal, which he doesn't seem to have. No, he has a doubt. He does have a doubt. So that he will be doubting a die? No, he's going to take 2 actions and probably doubt a die here, or get lucky and do that. No, misses. So cheeky, very cheeky. So what he was trying to do there is hit the special on the hunt.
That's right. Yeah, Carl's been building up his shields. And Kirk's like, nah, I've got a thing for this. It's all good,
because that would have been maximum value. That would have removed the 3 shields, and then Kirk didn't have the resource though. Interesting.
Well, that's it. He's got the Feel Your Anger in hand too, which he can't play either without the resource.
Why is he not just... Oh, I would have doubted maybe. Although he's going to rely on... he's going to present as much damage as he can.
Yeah.
And rely on the Force Illusions.
Best offense.
Yeah. So he had no way to deal it. So Carl made the correct play here. So what this means is he's going to deal 3 and Captain Kirk is going to have to remove both his Force Illusions to mitigate both chunks of damage. Hit double lightsaber throw. Oh, Vibro.
I got the Vibros.
Both the Vibros.
Oh, no.
Oh, man, that's huge.
That's important, yeah.
Carl is feeling pretty good now. The only way those shields are going away is because of the On the Hunt, which, as I say, is about to happen. But once again, we're seeing the lack of the Planetary Uprising. If there was a Planetary Uprising in play right now, Carl claims, deals 2. Oh, that's pretty good. So that's a defensive position.
Taking at the 3.
And now still has a snap die in the pool. Kirk cannot claim. I think he might re-roll. Yep. So he's going to go for the re-roll here.
Oh no.
Shows the not Snake Eyes. What I don't know. Some variation of Snake Eyes. Closed Snake Eyes.
Oh man. He's discarding his last card, the bait and switch. He's re-rolling. He hits the damage on Vader and the 3 for a resource on the Tusken Raider. Isn't able to resolve that, but he's taking the 2 anyway. Bringing Snap to 3 damage.
Yep. So we're going to go... I think... so he's going to claim? I think. Yep. So Carl claims off that. Gets massive cut. Don't tell me both of the Planetary Uprisings are in the bottom 5 cards of his deck.
Oh.
Well, he must have discarded one by now, right? Like, it has to have been because of a discard.
No, that's both.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Oh, no.
All right. Well, if the way it's going, though, he's putting up a damn good fight. And knowing that Vader has no more ways of surviving. Yeah.
He just needs to do 2 damage.
He just needs to do the damage. And
he's showing it on board. Kirk has a deflect.
Oh, that's a good start.
Yeah, it is. What else does Kirk have? Overconfidence, electroshock. Oh, he's got it all.
Got a few. So Brennan pointing out that in an earlier turn he put away the
Planetary
Uprisings with the Maz's Castle activations.
Interesting.
Maybe at the time didn't have the resources to play them or felt that he didn't need them.
Yeah.
Interesting. If he is to take out this match, it will be an interesting point of discussion actually to bring up possibly if we get an interview with him, just to see what his thought pattern was, thought process rather, as to why he would do that. I'm guessing or assuming. I mean, he's there. I'm not, but I'm assuming. Oh, there's the overconfidence showing its strength. Leaves him with a 1
on board. Getting rid of
still just 1.
Yes.
Needs 2.
Yeah.
Demonstrating the power of that card, because no matter what happens, you're removing a die.
That's right.
Maybe he just didn't feel he needed it at the time he needed it. He wanted focusing on more other things or didn't have the resources for it. Now,
I feel like if you're Carl now, you do still want to get down the planetary.
Because
you are out of cards in deck.
The problem is here, Vader's yet to roll in, which is going to force you to discard a card.
That's right.
And given your line here, you are pretty stuck.
Yeah.
You're pretty stuck. I deal the 1. I think that's a dug-in in his hand.
Okay,
His line here is literally going to be dug in, survive till next turn, and then next turn hope to kill Vader. I think that's his best line here. Rely on your confidence. Yeah. Hope your opponent misses, which he did. And that's huge because that turns off... Oh, no, the bait and switch is already gone. When did he use the bait and switch?
He discarded it for that last reroll last turn.
Okay. Yeah, either way, so good play by Carl regardless. Forces his opponent to resolve the 1 resource because it doesn't matter.
Oh, no, we saw it.
That one resource was relevant. Yeah. Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah.
That'll be game.
Yeah, that's snap down. I was about to call him Baze, doing a Marcus, but
don't do me, man. Don't do me. Bad.
That's game 2 over for those guys.
Game 2, so they'll be going to game 3.
Yep.
Anyway, back up the top, we have Matt against Ali. We're in game 2 still.
Matt's characters are getting further away, as they tend to do.
Yeah, I told you. He likes to separate. He likes center of gravity, man. We've discussed this.
It's like
that is a U-wing in play. That U-wing is in play.
Yeah, man.
That's where you want to be.
Yeah.
I want to be that guy.
Yeah.
I want to be the U-wing pilot.
He's got 2 pilots as his characters. He's got to have a vehicle out at some point.
You would think so, right? Now, it's interesting how little damage is actually on both sides of the board here, considering how long this match must have been, this game has been going for. Interesting.
We've got 6 damage on Poe, 7 on Vader. It looks like, it feels like it's very much been a back and forth, high control game up until this point.
Definitely. Yeah, so the battlefield in play is Arley's, which means Vader would have had 2 shields from the beginning as well.
Yeah.
Now Arley demonstrating the power of that battlefield.
Yeah.
We can see the Vader die.
Chilling out over Bespin. Yep.
He fell into his own. Fell into his own freezing chamber. No Han in play though. I've had the flavorful games.
Yeah.
Where you've got Vader and Han ends up getting freezing chambered. It happens. So, and again on table 2, we're going to see the power of the overconfidence, and that's going to hit.
It's a great card, hey.
That's going to hit that die, and what die?
Do you want to reroll the Ewing die?
It's pretty risky, but it's focus 2, and if you have no other mitigation, that focus 2 represents a lot more damage. That wasn't so good.
Yeah.
So removes the Poe special,
which I'm sure wouldn't have actually helped Ali at all.
But leaves him with 8 damage on board.
Oh, no. Is that a...
It's a +3, +2, and a 3.
And so he's got 13. He's taken 7.
He just killed the Tusken Raider, right? He just popped Tusken Raider here.
I think he can kill Vader, right?
Vader's on... Oh, no, you've got 8. Yeah, that's enough.
Punch through the shield.
No.
Oh, illusion.
There's a force illusion in play.
We're not going to miss it a second time, Marcus. We'll get it.
Almost. I think you just pop Tusken Raider here.
Yeah. It's got 2 on the hunts. It pops 3 dice for a turn.
Yeah, Brendan, this Ali's deck is definitely played. So Brendan's asking if this deck like makes much use of Poe's special, and it really doesn't. It can.
Yeah, it has 2 copies of Ewing.
It can throw a Ewing at you, but it doesn't really need to.
Yeah, the reason Poe's there is that compared to base, like he has 1 more health and he has a disrupt side. Yeah. That's what he's there for.
Oh,
so special is just a thing that's there.
So Ali choosing to mill 8.
Oh, wow.
Ali choosing to mill 8. That's a bold move.
Yeah. Is that the right move?
I don't know. I would have killed Tusken Raider.
Yeah.
I would have killed the Raider.
I feel fine about killing a 3-dice character. That's okay.
I would have killed Tusken Raider. But I mean, you have to...
Mill's fine too.
Well, then again,
I wonder if we can figure out how many cards left in his deck. It looks pretty slim.
I'm contradicting myself, given that in the last interaction with that card, I said, if you're going to pop it for a lot. And he just popped it for 8.
Yeah, he's listening to your advice.
so maybe he's right. Maybe that is the correct play. You're meant to pop it for 8. We'll never know. Well, actually, we will know.
Yeah.
We're going to find out.
Someone will win this game.
We will find out.
Oh, man.
I don't know if I agree. I still don't know if I agree with it.
Yeah, no, I don't think I do either, man.
But
it's a tough one.
Matt's deck's looking pretty slim. But you don't need much. You just need Vader's die. As we've discussed before, the deck... There's a Guerrilla Warfare. Deal 1 to Vader. He's still going after Vader. And claim. Remove Vader's die. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Could just be the tunnel vision, man. I don't know.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
He must have thought about it.
Ali definitely thought that through. That was very much a conscious decision.
He's top 4. He knows his stuff.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. Good player. Hasn't played a lot recently, been very busy. Has a kid on the way, as I think we've mentioned before.
Like we said, Ali's a big X-Wing player, so this Store Champ season has been very busy for him. Yep. He's attended a bunch of Destiny Store Champs, a bunch of X-Wing ones, making a good showing.
Very competitive X-Wing player.
Yeah.
Has done quite well in many levels of the game. Interesting to see whether or not that pays off. So Matt actually has no cards left in his deck. He is completely deckless. Does the U-Wing have discard?
It doesn't, but it has focus, and Snap has discard.
So, are we looking at a mill win? At a mill win here?
I didn't realise that was what post-snap was meant to do.
No, apparently not. But it's going to confirm what sides are actually on the U-Wing. So the U-Wing has 3 gun, 2 focus, 2 resource, special. And the specials are deal 2 damage to each of an opponent's characters or give each of your characters 2 shields. So
it's possible that he made the call that he can't race Vader's damage, so he's just going to race his deck.
Maybe.
Because he knows the Poe's dying this turn, as he just did, and he's got Snap left. Snap can't compete with Vader and a Raider. He's going for mill.
It is a win con. So there's our U-Wing on screen. Thank you, Mr. Producer Man. So 5 cost support rather vehicle. Really good dice, no blanks, good special, 2 focus. It's just a good card.
Do you know how many cards are in Matt's hand?
I believe 5. We might get a confirmation of that from the table judge, but it's at least 5.
Yeah. We think it's 1.
Surely, oh my God. Surely it can't be 1 card.
It's either 1 or 2. It could be just a card stacked on top of each other.
We might just get confirmation on that.
Twitch says 2.
2 cards, wow.
Twitch says 2, produces 1. Because if you can reroll for, I'm not sure if it's 1 or 2, but, a discard on Snap or get it using the focus on the U-Wing, he can bring it down to 0 and win the game if he survives.
Yeah, all right. So he drew 2 cards.
Wow. Sorry for questioning you, Ali. That was an awesome play.
Yeah, that was that. Okay. So you just need to fade some damage and discard some cards, which is...
It's on his dice.
It's on his dice.
You can do it.
You're showing 5 damage here.
Depends on what Matt's last card/cards is.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think he's not even, he doesn't care about the damage now. He just wants to discard. He wants to focus.
There's one.
There's a discard 1 at the start.
Does he just need 1 or does he need 2?
Matt has the resource. Playing with his resources off camera.
Okay,
such a large divide between his characters, yet he still finds a way to hide his resources out of shot. Nice of him to do so. Ali's going to re-roll again. Hits damage. I think he might just be dealing damage at some point here, Ali.
Nah. I want to see it happen.
No, so at this point I disagree. I think he's tunnel vision too hard on winning this way as opposed to just winning. He's given up so much damage purely to...
Yeah.
At some point, one way works. You might as well have 2 win conditions rather than
He's pitching
one.
his whole grip to do it.
I disagree with this play, but
yeah,
nonetheless, so that was a lot of damage missed.
He still has 8 health on snap. If you can see it once next turn.
Yeah, but the thing is, at what point do you cut your losses?
Exactly.
You're dealing damage is still good. Your opponent has no mitigation. They have 2 cards in hand.
Yeah.
Dealing 5 damage is still pretty...
Oh.
Your opponent has 1 card in hand. Dealing 5 damage is still pretty good. I mean, obviously, pitching for the win is different. Like, if it's...
But it is for the win.
I was under the impression he had 2 cards. If he only has 1 card, it makes more sense.
Okay. There's definitely 1 card Ali has to see. One discard on snap or a focus on the Ewing.
The Ewing just wants to give him damage.
Yeah. I've never complained about a Ewing rolling damage before. But
I think you just resolve the 3 here.
Oh, man.
I think it's just resolving the 3.
What a nail biter.
You've got a 1-die Vader, just resolve
Forgive us for forgetting about our feature game. I want to see this.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, so we will flash back to the other feature match momentarily. We want to see the outcome of this one because this is definitely looking like a good. There's the hit and run. This could be the match.
Oh no, not yet. Get another action.
Has another action. So Vader's on 8. You can deal 3. Deal the 3. Yeah, there we go. So Vader goes to 11. He's on 2. On 2 health. And you have a very good chance of killing him.
Yeah.
He cannot mitigate a single die you have except for the 2... I lie. You have 2 on the hunt specials. You can do it.
He does not see them.
He misses. Although he did
melee
show 5
Vader.
damage. He does show 5 damage.
4.
Now you reroll. Now you would reroll.
Oh my lord.
Oh, he's got It's a Trap. Wait, he had an It's a Trap. He had an It's a Trap in hand. Why did he not use the It's a Trap to kill the Vader? Did I just misread the card he had in hand, or was that?
Yeah, that second dice on the hunt is definitely showing range.
That's the gun. Did I miss something? Or
no, I think you're right. He is going a little bit tunnel vision on this plan, and he has missed a.
If it is a hit, if it isn't, I don't want to write it off. But if he did have an It's a Trap in hand, that was a dead Vader.
Well, now Ali actually only has 1 card left as well.
Yeah,
which means that if Vader can activate next round, then he loses.
G. Capel pointing out that a little bit of tunnel vision here, unfortunately, for Ali. Yeah, it wasn't It's a Trap, so that would have been a dead Vader. It's unfortunate. All right, so he's going to roll in here. Shows a discard.
There it is.
Matt has... Well, if Matt's able to kill... So
they both will have no cards at the end of this.
They both will have no cards at the end of this, which means it will go to the next. Really? So it actually goes to who controls the battlefield, and currently it is controlled by Ali. So Ali will actually win this.
So it'll be Ali will have to. So Matt will roll in Vader, take out Ali's last card. Ali will resolve his die, taking out Matt's card, but then Matt can claim, right? So Matt wins.
No. So we'll confirm. We're not actually sure who actually wins there, but so Ali just rolled in.
Yeah.
So the controller of the battlefield
is that at the end of the turn.
So actually, no, Matt will win this.
Yeah, because Matt does it in 1 action, just rolling in. Then Ali has to use the dice to discard. Then Matt can claim.
Yep.
And Matt's won the game.
Yep.
Unless something else happens that I'm not seeing.
Yeah, I mean,
Ali.
Matt playing the backup muscle. I'm very confused. Matt, Ali rolling in? Not. Okay, we're very confused here. this is a very niche situation. It hasn't come up a lot. I mean, the players could ask for clarification, but I think they're just going to play through. And then,
all right, so there's been a handshake. We've got a quick clarification from the table of what the result of that game was in the end.
All right. So anyway, we'll jump back to our other match. So just so we don't want to miss too much of that.
Wow, what a game! That's so bizarre.
Yeah, that was it's a bit strange. Yeah, Twitch chat having a bit of a discussion there. We might just try to jump back to our other match there. We could. No, it looks like our average. So we'll just jump back to our other game. So I believe Matt cleaned that one up. Am I correct? Was it Matt the winner there? Not actually sure.
I'm not sure, Marcus. We'll get a clarification in a second once everything has been sorted out. And here we're looking at Carl with 9 damage on Baze Malbus, 2 damage dealt to Vader, and 6 dealt to the Tusken Raider. It looks like Carl's gone for the Raider this time. There is a planetary uprising in play, and we're on Carl's battlefield carbon freezing chamber.
So CH Chief? I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your name. There's some amount of elite speak there. Only when time is called does it go to damage. Fair enough. So it's damage is only relevant for time?
On time, okay.
Okay.
So in this case, the breaker is different. Yeah.
So that would mean that it would have gone to battlefield control.
Yeah.
So still no clarification actually who won that match. Wonder if Scott can actually hear us. Not sure. We'll get back. We'll get back to you guys.
Here we're seeing +3 on Baze. Carl is re-rolling the rest of his dice. Seeing nothing there in the first place. Here we go. We've got the 2 base, which he needed, and another modified side on his DH-17 blaster.
So we're still unsure as actually who won that match. So okay, confirmation that Ali did concede. So Matt won that match. So Matt won that match. All right. So Matt taking that one out 2-0. Now we're looking at Carl and Kirk Paul Smart.
There's one Vader Raider deck is in the finals for our SWD Championship here at General Games.
Yep.
So we're looking at either a mirror match or Vader Raider up against Carl's Baze and Snap list.
A little unfortunate there on that previous match. I think Ali got a little tunnel vision, missed quite a few opportunities there.
Either way, our listening session was the correct result. Matt would have won either way.
Yep.
So it's a good thing that ended up in that way.
Mm-hmm.
Carl's starting to leave the disrupt side on the table in case Kirk decides to take resources in an attempt to fire off the 3 side on the Tusken Raider or use an event.
Yep.
Which is a very fair play. Kirk discarding Carl's sensor placement as well.
Chef pointing out something quite interesting. So there's a new card in Empire at War, which allows you to claim the battlefield after it's already been claimed. So there might be some interesting situations that arise.
I assume we may see a clarification of those breaker rules with the next set.
Yeah, there
cards
might be something. Yeah,
those cards shouldn't be played to win the breaker. It's
interesting.
Very interesting to see.
It would have to definitely have to look at the rules a little bit more closely to work out the exact interaction between such cards.
That's right.
But until it happens, we'll enjoy our 2 sets of cards. Eventually, we'll be lucky and get our 3rd.
Coming very soon, man.
Yeah.
So we're seeing Vader roll in. Carl discarding a card.
Blank and a shield.
Blank and a shield.
Hat and a blank.
Hat and a blank. Okay. Here we go. So
use the force.
Kirk is.
So Carl claimed.
Carl has claimed. Yeah. Okay.
Use the force. Going to kill Baze. Baze goes down.
Kirk's looking like he's in a very commanding position this game.
Yeah, definitely.
He's got Vader kitted out. He's got 2 knives on the board. He's actually managed to curve out with upgrades a little bit better than Carl has. And Vader is looking fairly unscathed. Interesting that Carl went for the Raider. Would be cool to see his either, what happened in the game to make him choose that, or his reasoning for that.
So let's see. Yeah, it's interesting why he did he have a I guess he wanted the claim over the ability to crush the resource. Interesting. Which is
it's possible that the damage on Tusken has just come from Planetary Uprising. As well.
It's very likely that was a turn 1 Planetary Uprising. And that's
which does work, man.
There's all the guns. 3 damage.
All right, so killing the Raider.
Killing the Raider.
Doing damage to Vader.
2 damage to
Just
Vader.
takes out a Vibro Knife, takes out 2 dice.
It's a good start, but so the Raider down. Vader's still on a lot of health. He's still on 8. I'm not sure if one's been played, but there are also obviously Force Illusions still in the deck.
Yeah, I'm seeing at least one Field Medic in Carl's bin as well.
Yeah, so this is going to be a bit of a one-sided battle, maybe.
Yeah, I'd put my bets on the Sith Lord over random pilot number 3.
Bearing in mind, Carl does have a planetary in play.
Yeah.
He does have, is Snap still alive. He does have some amount of control over the battlefield.
You're not wrong. It's planetary against one character, which does so much work.
Shield's not doing much here, given that there's a Vibro Knife in play. So there's some damage. Unblockable, thanks to the Vibro Knife. Carl looking at a defensive position, which I think he will fire off.
Takes out 1 dice.
Removes 2 dice.
Otherwise, you won't have a chance to interact. So
1 die.
I think you do go for the 1.
I think you fire it off here. Carl considering maybe just claiming? No, he's going to fire it off.
Remove it.
The
more time Carl can buy, the more time he'll get to activate Planetary Uprising multiple times.
Kirk will now get to activate, take 2 actions, maybe reroll for cheeky damage, or he will take 2 actions, deal 1 damage, and claim.
Yeah.
Which I think might be his line here. I think if I was him, I would take the 2 actions off Force Speed, deal the 1 damage with the. Oh no, he's going to take the
backup muscle.
He's going to play the backup muscle.
So he's conceding 2 damage in this round to get out some more damage this round. Oh, no, okay. He's playing backup muscle and claiming.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Getting it in play, getting the claim, all super relevant. So now Carl very likely to get the first claim, particularly with the guerrilla warfare. He's got guerrilla tactics rather. He has a very good opportunity this turn to get the claim ability, but he is facing off against 2 Vader dice, and he does not hold the battlefield. So the defensive position in hand is not going to help him much here.
Yeah.
That is, however, a gun showing on. He has an It's a Trap, but he doesn't have a hit and run.
And he's only got 2 dice.
And 2 dice. It all just not working for him.
Yeah, no. The stars are almost aligned. He's playing another blaster. He's probably hoping that Curtis can just keep it in the pool.
Look, honestly, no, he pitched the It's a Trap.
Oh, did he? Okay, there you go.
He did have a hit and run though.
Yeah.
No, he did have the hit and run. Just realizing it's not worth it. How much damage would it have been? So it would have been 3 damage.
Yeah. Yeah, very
Not great.
I summed it up in a better sound myself.
Not amazing. Kirk's is going to...
2 actions, reroll, do stuff. He's going to...
Does he have a Use the Force in hand? He does not. He does have a bait and switch, however.
He also has the On the Hunt special, which is very relevant here. I mean, the Vibrant Knife still does get him under.
He's going to bait and switch for 4.
Yeah.
Has another action that goes under shields. He can put... So he's on 5, so he'll go to 6 if he uses the
backup muscle. Yeah, it looks like he has a second backup muscle in hand too, which wins him the game next turn. And I don't think Baze has any ability to do enough damage to Vader.
And I do believe that Kirk will just be re-rolling that Vader die. It's a 1 in 3 of hitting any damage.
Yeah, for sure.
So Carl hitting... I stand corrected, by the way. It would have been... No, it still would have been 3 damage. No, it's still very air. In that situation, however, rolls in, deals 4. Oh, he's putting up a fight, but it's a bit unfortunate.
So it's 4 damage left on Vader.
He needs to survive this turn, but I just don't think he can. Kirk very likely to just play the second backup muscle and then kill... Yeah, so I think he's got a few lines here.
Yeah, the second backup muscle just wins in the game on the first action of the next turn. There's no hit and runs left in Carl's deck, so he can't just roll in and kill Kirk at the start of the next one.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure Kirk has this one locked up.
So he plays backup muscle now, puts Carl to 7, and then first activation is backup muscle. Yeah. Yep. That's a bit unfortunate.
It looks like we're seeing a Vader Raider mirror match.
Well, it'll be a quick
finals.
One. It will be a quick one, I do believe. It'll be a slugfest. Fortunate for Carl. Man, he came close.
Yeah.
Came real close. Be interesting. So Kirk has gotten and he's 1 damage short.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no.
What's up?
Carl claims. Oh, yes. No, Kirk. Oh, we missed that completely.
Yeah, so Carl ambushed and guerrilla tactics and claimed, doing 3 damage, putting Kirk to 12.
And Kirk had 1 out.
Yeah.
And he needed to have that exact card in hand, and he had it.
Yeah.
Or a shield, granted. Oh man,
I still think Kirk would have had it with the backup muscle, right?
No. First activation would have been Carl claiming heal 2.
Oh, of course, you're 100% right.
Yep, but the Force Illusion prevents it. So guerrilla warfare. It is guerrilla warfare, not guerrilla tactics. Guerrilla warfare. Ambush. Remove one of your red dice to deal 1 damage to a character. So in this situation, what just happened was Carl was able to remove a die and off the ambush action claim, putting Kirk to 12 health, 12 damage. But unfortunately for Carl, oh no, he had a field medic. Oh no, so so spicy.
We were so premature with that conclusion.
Oh, he had a field medic in his deck. Oh no, this is still going. So now...
So Kirk wins in...
So Carl...
No, he needs to actually do damage. Which he can do. He's got the 3.
Speed. He's got 3, right?
He's got 3 on board. He's got lethal.
Oh no, it's Carl's action first.
Exactly, yeah.
So Carl has a...
D-position, I think.
He has to play. It's the only way he stays in the game. So that removes Vader's die.
So Kirk's got 1 with Vibro, 1 with backup muscle, 1 with backup muscle for game.
So Kirk
Carl doesn't do damage first.
Kirk can take 2 actions. Deal 1.
Yep.
Next action, kill Carl.
Yep.
But Carl can't kill him.
Yeah.
Carl's 1 action short.
Oh man.
It was way more complicated than I thought it was. Jeez, that's awesome.
Great game, yeah.
That's some great interaction. Oh man, the Force Illusions just doing work. All right, we're gonna bring it back to our pretty faces.
So congrats to Kirk and Matt for making it through to the finals.
Matt undefeated.
Bad luck, Carl. Bad luck to Ali as well.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Came a long way. Top 4 is awesome in a 32-player event.
Yep. And he put himself, he's very unpracticed.
Yeah.
Not to take away from Matt, who is undefeated.
Yeah.
He has literally not dropped a game. He went 2-0 in the top 8, 2-0 in the top 4, and he's now in the finals.
Oh my God.
Completely undefeated, 6-0 in Swiss, undefeated in top 8, undefeated top 4, and now he... Going to play for the win?
Yeah. I'm so keen to see the finals. It's going to be an awesome matchup.
Kirk is known for getting second a lot.
And it's interesting to know that Kirk actually gave this deck to Matt this morning after they've been practicing with and against it. So it's sort of Kirk's baby. So it would be interesting to see him playing against the student.
It would be funny. We'll just quickly, just before we wrap up, Brendan, in response, any Pomazes in the tournament, the Vader rated played against, I do believe there was a few.
Yeah.
I actually think I think Kirk beat a couple of them himself, and there's definitely some we streamed. So there will be in the VODs in the YouTube content. There will be some matches of that up.
I think we were told that Matt actually beat 3 or 4 of them throughout his Swiss.
Yeah. So we'll wrap it up there. Take a short break, and be back for the final.
Don't go anywhere. It's going to be super exciting.
We'll have
Stay tuned.
With the winner after the final.
That's it.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. We'll be back.